And we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Isyour6covered. Appreciate you showing up. Hopefully, we have a good show for you guys tonight. Should be fun. Tonight's drink is water, unfortunately. Creepy Joe boys. We got Andy Nelson. Daniel got as my judge. The Shaggy Rifleman. Thomas Rowland. Chris Estes. Bob Smith. James Smith. Talking Rock. Tim Rink. And Treefeller 22LR. The big question of the night is it Bob Smith and James Smith family members? We want to know. Tonight's chat is sponsored by Vortex Optics. Go over to vortexoptics.com where you guys can find some pretty cool items. And we're actually going to be doing a giveaway.
A couple giveaways.
A couple giveaways. And it's one is going to, and we'll get into it here in a minute. But basically, we got the firehero.org donate, and we have the Fisher House Foundation. So for the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, and then also the Fisher House, which, if you're not familiar, great organization where the money, I think it's like 97% of it all goes to the military. So
now I can see.
Yeah, now we can see.
Now we can see.
So hopefully everybody's doing well out there. We'll get going here in a minute. We got 24 people in here. 8 thumbs up. You lazy bones.
What's up, Josh?
Hit the thumbs up button.
Congratulations on your match.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Josh
got top mill LEO, I think 6th place.
Sixth place.
Frontline Defense. Posted it up.
Yeah, so tonight we are going to be doing
it's a good topic.
It is. We're going to talk about scope mounts. There are many like them. This one is mine.
This one is mine.
Some of the pluses, minuses, some of the things that we've come across and we like. Some of the things we may or may not like, especially when we get into this style.
Yeah.
And some stuff that works for the budget, more budget-friendly people, and then also some of the higher-end stuff. You guys know we do a lot of higher-end shooting as far as equipment and gear, and we believe it pays off dividends when you're...
Doesn't make any better.
No, but when it drops off of the concrete, hits the concrete and still holds zero.
And it still holds zero. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, so having some good gear is definitely important, but we'll get into it here in a minute. So it looks like we got a lot of people finally getting their notices that people are out and about. I'm going to zoom in like this so we can see.
Gracious.
I think I ended right here. We got Pursuit of Accuracy.
So, guys, we have a TV screen that's mounted about 10, 12 feet away.
And we're 50.
Yeah, we're 50, so we can't see. We have to blow it up.
So we got to blow it up.
We're always looking over here.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of looking at you
You're
guys a
looking
little
at
bit. Yeah. We got Sean Downey, Joe M. Actually, Joe M. May or may not have subliminally... on Facebook, he had purchased a certain type of scope mount, and I don't know if that may have got us into what we're going to talk about tonight. Stratos 27, Brian T, Nancy Mink, San Miguel, Sean Downey. Who else out there? Cameron's
Budget
out there.
answer, duct tape. You
Duct
said
tape.
that
I
today.
did say duct tape.
You said that.
We got 6 Creeder, 80 Baja, Ace in the hole. Glad I could help, Joe said.
Where are those little glasses of yours, Mr. X? See, the thing is, that won't help with the TV because I can see far away very, very well. But when it's shrunken down, you can't see it.
Yeah. Like right now, the camera's zoomed in. All you see is basically the comments, which is pretty good here. Jason Hunt's out there. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're going to have some fun tonight. I think it's going to be a good time. I have been missing in action.
Me too.
Yeah, we haven't been doing many chats this last week, so definitely hopefully have some fun. Or videos, yeah.
Jeez,
you lazy
I fell
bones.
off the YouTube bandwagon. I haven't made a video in so long.
The last one I did was the one on the Vortex, the Furies versus the SIG. That was the last video I did.
Yeah.
So where do we want to start with this? Let's start with let's do some precision. Center fire, rim fire, doesn't matter. Talk scope mounts, and then we'll talk about 3-gun, and because we got light stuff all the way to heavy. Big, massive built.
Okay, so we'll just I'll kind of lead into
this. You're gonna get crazy.
Don't show them that. Don't show them.
I can't
Save
believe
it till later.
I can't even believe you're gonna show that.
So back in the day, most of us remember rings, right? Ring mounts for our Remington 700 or our other hunting application we had for our rifle. What we've seen is this big morph into, a lot of guys still use rings, whether you're doing PRS or whether you're doing hunting. But what we're seeing is now we've got to attach data cards, and we've got, things like LRAs that, or levels that we're trying to put on there. Okay. Something like this where we have to have Picatinny and everything else. So let's talk about going from rings and maybe why you wouldn't want to use rings. I always grew up using the Badger Ordnance initially, and a lot of the Leupold Mark IV rings. And then, Night Force came onto the scene, and a lot of guys started using that. But now you're starting to see all these big, robust, heavy 10-ounce.
Where this at? The other one's all sweaty.
Machined aluminum things, cantilevers, things like that. So, what are your thoughts on this? Since you're one of the newer ones in the long range shooting, not out on the field there, but within the group, because Matt's been doing it for a while and everything else.
I've always never been a ring fan.
Even from the get-go, back in the day.
Well, even, I got a couple of the old ones. That's why I brought them in here. This was semi-old. But no, the only thing I have with rings on it over there is some really old hunting rifles.
Correct. So let's see what the comments say. Let's talk about, let's see, right there in the middle.
Just about done with the finish.
Tree Feller says he's looking at getting some Furies now. All right. Spur mount. Just give you options to spend more money on accessories if you have any money left after the mount. That's very true, Josh. Very true. Is the $10 ticket still open?
Yeah, we haven't started yet. So how this is going to work, I guess I should hit this up really quick.
Go ahead and do that first.
All right. So Vortex was nice enough to send us these two red. Hold on. Let me unzoom real quick so I can see what I got going. So you got the Crossfire and the Spark. These are basically red dots, and they are two different versions of them, depending on what you guys are looking for. And this is going to be a giveaway item. This is from Vortex. These are brand new in the box, never even been opened. I was lucky enough to be sent these, but they wanted to do, basically, they let me pick on who I wanted this donation to go to. And basically, as you can see up there, if you're new to the channel, 31 years in the fire service. So I definitely wanted to help out the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, and then also Fisher House. Fisher House is a great organization that is for the military, basically. So basically, what you see right here is fire and military. So you can either donate to fire or donate to military. How it'll work is, and today is the, 28th? Yeah, 28th. So any donation after the 28th, you will basically screen print a copy of your, just screen print the picture and email me that at Isyour6covered@gmail.com. So let's say you donate $20 to Fisher House. You hit the little click button, that says congratulations, I donated. And then you'll email me that and you will get 2 entries in. And then after a few weeks, or, we want to basically try to earn some money for these foundations. After we get enough in, that'll basically pay for the 2 red dots. That money will go to them. I never touch it. And then you will just send me an email. And after you send me the email, I'll use the blue tickets like I normally do. I'll put your name on it, and then we'll do the drawing sometime, probably in the next few weeks. Couple weeks or whatever. So that's how that'll work.
All right. So I'll be giving away a couple items tonight, but they're for free. So we're going to figure out a way to do it. But I know somebody could actually use a level. So this is a Burris scope level. Just clamps to the scope tube.
It's for 30 and 34.
It'll do a 30 and a 34 millimeter. So I'm going to give that away tonight to somebody who can answer a question. I also have a Voodoo. Not Voodoo as in the rifles, but Voodoo series. It's a marksman data book. It's brand new. It does have a few little dents on the back of it, but it's like a polymer cover.
By the end of the night,
so I'm going to give that to somebody. And then if there's anyone out there that's law enforcement either present or retired, and you are a coin collector, I actually have this right here. Sorry, and this will be quite collectible, I think. Yeah, it's actually from Glock. There it goes.
There it is.
And so you guys can see that. Wear it like a badge of honor, but on the back side, and he's no longer with us, it does have the Lee Ermey on there. So I will give that away, and we'll make that pretty simple. All you have to do is email me at once we get done with the contest. If you do win, just email me, and I'll ship it out to you for free. So it'll be a fun little giveaway.
Fun little giveaway. So Ray's giving away 3 things. That's pretty cool.
I can't read that.
We'll zoom in here in a sec.
There we go.
Let me go up a little bit. Is Spur worth double the money? We're going to get into that Nancy Mink, which is, I think, Mike Mink. I think it's Mike.
Yeah. Michael Mink. Yeah.
Michael Mink, yeah. And actually, we're going to hit that up. We're going to talk about that a lot.
We have a whole bunch of them here on the table.
Yeah, there's a ton of them, and I got 2 more sitting here. Matter of fact, one's empty, one's got something in it, so we'll be able to utilize that one as well.
All right, so before we get started anymore,
John Crowderman.
What kind of variance in dope would one see in an AR 1.7 twist from a 16 versus a 1.8 18?
What
Using a 77, would it be minor? Yeah, it's going to be minor. I mean, you will notice a difference, especially when you start getting out. I'm going to say somewhere around 400-ish plus. You're going to notice a little bit of a difference there. That I'd shoot exclusively 20-inch barrels, but 18 for 3-gun, and just coming up from. Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt you. Okay, someone's already sending me money. Brandy. So you're gonna go to these foundations, either firehero.org/donate/ or you can go to thefisherhouse.org.
Well, for her, in this one instance, she can.
I refunded her money.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't want any of the money. I don't want it to even get near me. All that money needs to go to those 2 foundations. And I appreciate definitely the support that you're doing. And I just reissued you the money back. All I need is an email, and I'll put it on here in a second. But just saying that you actually donated, that's all I need. Send me the email that shows that you confirmed donation. And then I'll do the tickets from the email picture screenshot you give me. So let's do it that way. So all the money
keeps it simple. It's out of your hands.
Yeah. I got enough issues. I don't need to. All right. So sorry to.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
So you had the scope rings, and a lot of guys still use the scope rings.
And there's still nothing wrong with the scope.
And there's nothing wrong with them at all. But what we started seeing was manufacturers started coming out with cantilever mounts. Okay. And most of these were used on things like AR-15s and whatnot to kind of get the scope more forwards, because you're limited on where you clamp on here on how far you can slide it forwards. So you started seeing a lot of cantilever style mounts. Now, this is just one from Vortex, and it's for an AR-15, pretty much, or something where you need to get that scope forwards. You saw it with a lot of LPVOs where you want to get that bigger eye relief, just especially when you're on 1 power or anything like that. And then these started really taking off, and you started to see companies like Geisley, and that's a super great.
And they tried going lighter, thinner. You can see where it's really like a rib to keep the strength, and everything was quick.
And that was actually a SOCOM mount. Didn't you buy that? Didn't I sell you that one? Yeah. So, a lot of the Geisleys were used for the special operations, really trying to make it light. They actually worked with a lot of groups to get that to be better and lighter and more robust.
This has 20 MOA in it as well.
Matched rings, machined aluminum, nothing's cast or anything like that. But we're going to take this towards precision rifle. So if you're doing precision rifle shooting, almost everyone is going to have something like a data card. It just makes it easier if you're doing PRS.
Data card.
And so there's a Hall kill. Well, then the problem everyone started running into is when you start using these one-piece mounts, like the cantilevers or anything like that, because I know you prefer cantilevers on your
That's
bolt
what I was
guns.
going to say. I've never met people. What would be the best way to word that? I do prefer them.
Okay.
And a lot of times you're like, why would you put that on there? I just like how it works for my eye.
Okay, so he uses it in a different application. You're starting to see some guys applying cantilevers to their bolt guns. I don't know the reason why, because typically I'm going to adjust the length of pull on that rather than have something that far forward. So typically you're wanting something that's mounted straight over the top. I'm looking for an example of one here on the table. We don't have one. Cantilever.
Yeah, I got a lot of cantilevers.
Yeah, almost everything he has.
Actually, that one might not be.
So hold on just a second.
Nope.
Everything's a cantilever. Jeez.
This one's a cantilever. That one's on a rifle.
Well, back to the point. So
I have one right here.
If you take this cantilever and you mount it on top of your bolt gun, you've now taken all of your pick rail that's on top of your action.
Yes.
And if you have a bare barrel and you don't have a hand guard or anything like that, or a bridge,
voila.
Yeah, there you go. Look at this.
There's
let's forget this is a spur. What you're doing is you're taking up all of that available real estate so that you can't attach a data card or something like this. You see this, guys? And then you've got the guys that want to attach a data card, but then they also want some type of level, whether it's one like this or one that goes on the scope. Once again, this is made to mount on the Picatinny rail, 1913 rail, whatever you want to call it.
That one will do too.
So enter all these big heavy-duty machined aluminum. Here's one by Attack. These are made in Germany. They have provisions. You just can't find the accessories that go with it to be able to attach things. So this is a 20 MOA mount. It's still in the same price point as the spur. Very, very robust. They do a lot of stuff with the military. And it's like they started thinking about adding something here, but you can't find that stuff. So there was a company called F3R Machine. And
you've heard a lot from our channels on these. These are really good. They're very robust. They're definitely not like if you're going to run around and do 3-gun with them. They're very heavy compared to some of the lighter stuff.
And I like the F3R Machine.
I do
think
too.
He did a good job. The guys got a great design here.
This is Gen 2, by the way.
And the Gen 1s didn't have the slot in here on the top. They still had the screw holes.
Yeah.
But I talked to him and I was like, look, you need to make a provision for a Picatinny. You could also do it on the side. He didn't follow through with that for one reason or another. I think he's got a winner if he could do that.
But these are right at half the price of a spur.
Correct. $200-ish.
200 and something ish dollars. So now there is reasons why you may. This is the reason I can tell you why I run a spur mount on that rifle and a few other rifles. I'm even running one on my 3-gun rifle, actually, which is kind of like a, you want to stay light kind of deal, but I also want to have the option of running certain accessories. And on the spur mount, it has the availability. You'll see these holes here and here as well. And then up on top, it's actually kind of different. Do you have one built? Yeah. See how there's a 45 here? So you have some availability of running like a 45-degree red dot or some type of MRO or something. But one of the cool things, where's that one at?
So guys, spurs are going to start somewhere for these. They're going to start somewhere around $400. Is it worth it? In your opinion, is it worth it?
It depends on where you're at in your shooting. Meaning, like, I originally bought 2 of these.
Yeah.
And I still have one on one of my rifles. But what I prefer is the LRA to be 90 degrees this way. And the only way you can do that, not the only way, one of the only ways you can do that is basically running the spur mount, which is super expensive. It's a little L bracket here, and it runs at 90 degrees like this. So when you're shooting,
hold on, I'll show them.
Oh, you have one there?
Yeah. So what he's talking about, guys, is once you buy the spur for about $39, you can buy a bunch of different lengths of these. And I only put one screw in it just to show you guys. And this isn't in here loose. The way they've really designed this with the circles, it locates.
What is that stuff on there?
That's adhesive. It from the Raptor.
Yeah.
So those circles are on the back side of every mount system. So for example, on this one right here, you guys see how it's got that raised feature?
Yeah, so if it's in there, it's actually perfect.
Yeah, so back to what we're doing. So now that we have this from the shooter's view, because it does have the integrated level in here, which I don't like, because once you put a scope in here, you can't really see it. What you're going to do is you can take your LRA and mount it like what Rick is saying, something like this. So when you're shooting, it's in your peripheral, okay? So you're not looking at it or anything else. So just having that alone
is huge. Well, where's the data?
It's huge.
Here's the problem. Okay, put that back. So a lot of times guys will run it right here, right? Like you normally would on, say, this scope. Problem is if you're running a data card, if you have it like this, now you can actually see both things. And this is kind of a...
So you would need 2 pick rails.
Correct. Well, no, I don't.
Because you run along bridge.
Well, on one rifle I do, but the other one I have the little mount on the MV3.
Correct. Which
so
I didn't have one that was available to show
mine
on.
Are all on the rifles.
They actually make a perch system with the MV3 that actually mounts on the side and it's flush.
Perfect.
And it's actually, it only extends about that high.
You know what? I'm going to show it in.
And no, we're not getting anything from Spur. Nobody's asked us to speak on behalf of Spur, but we just want you guys to be able to make an educated decision on this if you're thinking about getting one.
Can they see that?
So yeah, so that's the scope right there, and there's the MV3 with the perch mount. It's just a scope, and you can see how this works. You just turn that on, and it's there. It's rigidly mounted. You don't need anything else other than that perch.
Whoa.
So it's very convenient, very, very convenient. They also make bridges like this, which is something that Rick runs. And so that way he has the ability to still do Picatinny's and still do this, where he can put his data card on it as well, and also the LRA if he so chooses.
Yeah.
So
price-wise, is the value there?
I think it is.
I prefer it. If I was on the...
What are you going to get
if I had 2 rifles, well, I do have 2. What
would you replace it with?
It would have to be the F3R would be the closest thing.
Correct.
That I know of right now.
Let's catch up on some of these
commentos.
Yeah, these comments. We've been yapping for a while.
Okay, let's go back here. Stratos says F3R needs to make a lower height mount. Yeah, there's some of the things you don't have the option. When you go to the Spur website, you can do just about anything from 0 out to, I think it's, what is it? I don't know. There's a bazillion different options, which is really nice when you're trying to set up a certain rifle. Nancy, the spur I just got is probably going to be too tall for what I need. So if anybody wants to trade a 4001 for a 4002, what do I have? I have the 4302.
So Stratos runs the Spur with the side pick mount for his LRA.
Okay. Yeah,
Spurs
I think that's the cleanest way.
Yeah, Tyler Orth, I would agree. What's up, Eagle Eye? We were actually talking about your friend over at F3R Machine, and we were talking about how he could really knock it out of the park if he put side rails on that thing. Really like his mounts, and it's half the money of a Spur. What about a scope mount for a Barrett 50 BMG? Any recommendations? So Firehawk, I mean, you know, you can go with the Night Force. I mean, those are 50 BMG rated. You can go with, some of the Spurs will do it as well. Actually, most of the Spurs, I think, are rated for that. I think there's another, if you just want to go rings, you could go Badger. Just go with something that the military uses and is proven that will work. I think you'll have more an issue with your optics than you will the actual mount.
You have a problem with quick disc. We're going to get into that too, Nancy. I actually have, this is something I won at that in Wyoming.
Doug B says air attack for 50. You can't get an air attack for 50. No, not where I've seen them.
Yeah, that one's an air attack right there.
Yeah, this is an air attack. I've got a couple of these. They're heavy, but they do work well. Some people don't like the bolts on the side. And it's not your, I mean, this is, you know, if you're into that look, that's great, but it's something else to snag on.
Yeah, I've never,
it's not real clean.
Not my favorite either.
see a lot of pros running the spur rings as opposed to the one piece. Because if you do run the rings, it does open up the center. I actually have some spur rings, which, guys, you're still looking at this whole assembly here.
It's just
and there's another thing, and I want to talk about this because you need to be aware of it. You definitely need to be aware of this. Depending on how your Picatinny is set up on top of your action. I know that I got a Bergara the other day, and they put the Bergara logo. Well, the problem is you're locking, I can't see that, with your locking lug right there in the center. I could not place it anywhere because going too far down or up on the Picatinny rail, I was either hanging off the front or I was hanging off the rear. I hate it when manufacturers do that. That's bad on Bergara. They should not have put their logo on there. And what they did was they put a B where the Picatinny is. So now that can't drop down and you can't mount it.
You mean it's right on the top of the Picatinny?
Oh, they're not the only ones. There's some big name manufacturers that I just don't know if they're just not thinking about it or what.
You're talking about right here,
but
right?
They put a freaking logo right on top. Yeah,
right
don't you have a section of pick rail right there?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah.
They're putting it right here, basically.
Pretend this was the top of your action, okay? And you've got this pick rail. What they'll do is they'll put a big logo right here, and it's huge. I've ran into this on basically 2 custom builds, and one of those, and the problem is unless you run rings, there's no way around it. I'm not saying that's the reason why the pros do it, but those spur rings will give you the ability to still have all that real estate to hang stuff off of, because a lot of times you won't have the clearance under the scope.
A lot of times you can't even put this under some of those ones.
Yeah. So
there is that
catch up. I don't know.
There's some of the wire ones. Are you looking at scope mounts again? Do you have a lonely scope? Be sure to get your scopes. dbgunworks.com.
I got you. Do you have a problem with quick disconnect mount? Okay, so that's a great topic, and that's a great question.
Actually, you should pick that up.
I do not run quick disconnects on anything unless it is something that might be used for defensive purposes, that might have a 1 to 4 or 1 to 6 or something like that. And if that were to go down, to quickly release it and go to irons, okay? Because you're not going to be able to co-witness through any type of magnified optic. It just won't work, guys. So that's the only time I'll run a QD on a scope. Everything else that I have is rigidly mounted. That's me. That's what I like. And it doesn't really matter the manufacturer. I just don't like cam over locks.
Well, and you're always going to question zero. Now, I think, and the reason why I picked this up off the prize table, don't be opening it.
Oh, you said you pick it up. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, like, you show
it. Yeah, you show it. That's what I was going to do. Show it.
Go ahead.
What the heck?
Jeez. It's like if you're a YouTube content creator and you want to, like, put the same scope on a bunch of different rifles, like, I could see that being a benefit.
Do you mean to open this or not? If you're going to give it away or something, it doesn't matter. It's just an open box, right?
It's an open box. I can't believe you opened it.
You know what? Get over it. Get your knife on.
Really?
Yeah, I was cutting grass. I didn't want to lose it in the yard.
I was cutting grass. I still have my knife.
Rick. I said Rick.
Yeah. How much time do you put into ring alignment?
Back in the days where you were laughing and everything else, that took some time. Nowadays,
hey, Robert,
if I've got to do that, I've got the wrong amount. So, guys, this is something new from, or not new, but newer. It's the AR Signature Quick Disconnect Pepper Mount. And so it's really lightweight. It's different looking for sure.
Yeah.
But it still uses that ring set system where the polymer ring inserts are there, where you could change MOA and cant and everything else. But this does have a set of those.
That just does, that one just does the 30 and the 40. 34, now, right? Nope.
Just like a lot of things nowadays. Hold on.
Made in China. Is that what that says?
Yeah. But yeah, it does say made in China. Which, a lot of stuff comes from China, but I'm just not.
You should just push this button in. Oh, yeah.
Lots of little. And, maybe this is not the best example. I'm trying to get it to focus, guys. Hold on.
There you go. Money.
That's not money. It's not focused.
You know, focusing,
You
Daniel.
must have focused, Daniel, son. What the heck? So a lot of little
There it is.
screws,
We got
parts,
money.
and pieces in here. I just don't want anything that has the ability to come undone, especially like, let's say you're a 3-gunner or something, and you're dumping these in dump barrels all the time. I don't want a QD on it. You guys might have good luck with them. I just don't mess with them.
Yeah, and did you show them these springs and things in here? All those brass springs. Come on. There's a lot going on in
Now
here.
it's your turn.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to epically fail. I'm going to get this China thing figured out. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Those things. Basically, that's the tension. It's basically these like little springs from an old.
And guys, that's not a great representation. You know, LaRue and ADM, American Defense Manufacturing, all that, those guys make, I mean, even back in the day, the arms mounts. I mean, those work and they work well. I don't want something that can to flip open. I've got an aim point one that was made back in the day that has started to loosen up over time, and you can't get it tight enough anymore from the camming.
One of the things I always hated about the nut was, especially on like an ARs, it's kind of next to the charging handle.
Okay, I can't get that thing to.
You can't get it, huh?
What's on your side?
Oh, you got something going on over here. What do you got going
Just
on?
hit cancel.
Cancel. See, that's the reason why nothing's working here. Let me get over here.
All right, dang engineers. How much time do you put into ring alignment? I don't. Honestly, you just want a backlight. It's probably going to be the best way. What's up, Robert Warren? Let's see here.
I did a video called the top 2 ways to level your scope. And it's a very simple way to do it. All you need is a bright flashlight, something like a plumb bob or a level or something. It's very simple and it works great.
Yeah, that's a good comment by San Miguel. I've had a lot of experience with the Scalar Works. I don't know if I've ever reviewed one. I'm not a huge fan of them, not because of how they work, but I don't like the stupid little wheel that tightens it down, because I've tightened them down so much by hand that sometimes if your hands are sweaty or wet or something, you can't get that thing undone. It's aggravating.
We're actually talking about those today, right?
We're talking about them today.
How much time? What size rings I need with my 56 objective with the MTU barrel? What size rings?
Well, the rings are
what MOA?
Yeah. No. The rings are going to be constant. It's going to be your tube diameter, but you're looking for the height, which typically, let's say 56 millimeter objective, MTU barrel, and a Manners. A lot of it's going to have to do with
your MOA.
The contour of how much it actually comes out. Kenny might be able to answer this and tell you exactly, but on something like that, you might be able to get away with like a 125. I don't like them up too high.
See, most of the ones I have are 1.5s. 1.5. If you're running the Vortex with the 56, 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, that's the ones I run. I think all 3 of them.
Yeah, so that one right there, that's like an MTU. So 1.5 is actually perfect, right? Yeah,
that's actually an F3R machine.
Yeah, he only does 1.5, I thought, during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1.5 is probably going to work.
The one thing that you will have to do sometimes, depending on your chassis, is you're going to have to figure out a way to get your cheek to be raised up if you're running if you're running like 50 MOA, like I have in the Voodoos, you have to figure out a way to bring that up higher.
Somebody's saying we're lagging.
Nah, we're not lagging.
Let me turn my
I would have thought 1.5 would be too high. No, it's going to depend on your stock, though. Like if you're running a CZ 457 and then you have to put an Area 419 when you go from a dovetail to a Picatinny. So now you already gained like another 1/2 inch, and then you put another 1.5 inches on there. Yeah, that would be the problem.
Okay, so
because those don't have enough. What you looking at?
I'm looking at your Skittles, which we can't show on here, but if that's a 1.5, he barely has enough clearance to be able to get his scope cap cover on. And on that,
yeah, they're tight.
And that's
how about that one right there? Because that has the same thing. I know the scope cap fits, but I'm using those the Vortex ones.
Well, see, that one's different. This is a spur, and it's a higher.
That's
that might
higher.
be a 1.5 because I don't know if that F3R is a 1.5 or not.
But this is the exact same one. From here up to center. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a set of dial or calipers.
I got calipers if you think you know where you need to measure.
San Miguel says 1.93. That sounds really, really high. Yeah, I said 1.25 initially. Ordered the poor man's voodoo today. Just waiting on Bagara B14. Can't wait for it to arrive. Sean, you should be happy with that. Hopefully you got a steel barrel. I did get one in from Bagara. I was actually going to shoot it in the finale next week, but I'm not going to do that. It is the finale. I'm going to be there with myself and my daughter, and I've already spent the money and bought it. I like the Bagara, and it shoots well. It does shoot very, very well.
Does that look centered?
Yeah, that's a 150. Yeah.
This is a 1.5. So is that one. So yeah, they're 1.5, guys. Is what works, at least for my face.
Okay, so do you guys know what lapel pins are? Let's see. These go way back. We're starting to tell how old we are now. Do you guys remember what lapel pins are or what they look like?
You might have to tell what a lapel is.
So basically, this is not a top pin. Okay, these are really, really popular in Europe. And you would actually put them in your lapel. Companies used to give them away and everything else. So the first giveaway, let's see here. What am I going to give away? The first giveaway, if you need it. If you don't need it, then don't answer. But the first giveaway will be this Voodoo marksmanship data book. And so basically, you've got holds, things like that in here, little standard drop tables. You can take notes. So I'll just
it's kind of like a sniper's data logbook.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do on the other side of this lapel pin, I'm going to show you what was on the front of it. And if you need that data book, all you got to do is answer the question properly. What does that logo, what company does that represent? Anybody know? Anybody know? I'm just covering up the company. Let's see. I'm going to see how many people get this right. One more time. One more time. Come on. You must have.
Hey, did we talk about this place at
No. Oh, look at that. There it is. Let's see. No clue. Bedazzle. My guess, Voodoo. What model and length, please? Two sets of cantilever. Steiner. Nope. This one, some of you will know this. There's some. I'm sure.
Yeah, someone will pop up with it. Extremecustoms.com.
Maha Burris. You guys remember, these are really old, but this company is still in business.
I'm not guessing anyways.
Just don't say it. Okay.
Oh, man.
So
I'd never guess that.
No. So no one wins this. We're going to have to go on to another one. But if you guys know, that is Varda batteries. If you go, we can't get this thing to focus. Varda batteries. Okay. Looks like a yield sign.
Couldn't see it. 80 miles.
All right. So I'll tell you what. Tyler's got a great, because I have more stuff to give away. Whoever can use this, I don't care who it is, I got to do one person. Whoever answers me, I can use it. Whoever answers that, I'll mail this to you. So just put them there. Me, I can use it. All right.
What's up, Andrew? What the hell?
All right. Okay, go. No, me is down there. So, Talking Rock. All I want you to do is just email me at thexringchannel@gmail.com. Just give me your address, and I'll ship this out to you. All right. So, next. I'm gonna do this. This is a Burris, the level. Okay.
That's the level.
Don't answer unless you know this. All right. This is a little easier.
Good lob.
Let's go ahead and
make
it so they can see it.
And go.
The first person to answer the name of this car manufacturer. There it is.
Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, somebody's going to get this.
Buzz Lightyear.
I'll even throw you like a Microtech patch or something else in there. No problem talking rock. Nissan. Nope.
What's Talking Rock going to do with the book?
Oh, 45 Auto. 45 Auto gets it. It's Opel. O-P-E-L. Luca was really close with Opal. It was probably the autocorrect, but 45 Auto, you won it. That is Opel.
You better write this down.
They're emailing me.
Shit, I could email you.
I can remember that.
Yeah,
so 45 Auto, just email me at the xringchannel@gmail.com and you get the burr scope level for 30 or 34 millimeter. Basically tube diameter, and I will also add a couple things in there. All right. If there's somebody I wanted to address tonight, give me just a second. Richard with Estate Air Coolers, Florida Air Coolers, something like that.
You know who that is, right?
Who's that?
I don't want to say now.
But he's on here. I just need to know what your shirt size is if you're on here. If not, I will send you an email. All right.
Isn't
okay? So
hold on. Let me click the thing.
No, that would be pure.
Hold on. It's on mute, Dick. Isn't that big? Isn't that big country?
Florida Air Coolers? Maybe so. Richard Davis? I don't know. Yeah, just go. It's no big deal. All right, so
right
this
there.
This is Peugeot.
Yeah,
right
see,
here.
he put it right there. It's me.
Gotcha. Okay. Dang, I can't get. So that's Peugeot. So no. So Peugeot, that's an older one, guys. These things date way back. I mean, these are
way back.
Oh man, these are 40 plus years old. I have a huge collection of these. It's a very odd thing to collect, but
it's not on mute, dude. Oh, whatever. Nobody said
there's an old one from BMW.
Nobody said there'd be a quiz.
That's an old one. You can see it's even yellowed on the
It's
enamel.
BMW.
Yeah, because actually, this was the old BMW. So you guys can see that. So, all right. So one last thing I have to give away, and that is going to be the coin.
That's cool. Okay, I'm sorry. Obviously, don't work.
I've got to give this away to somebody that's either former law enforcement, was law enforcement, is law enforcement.
Yeah.
But you still have to get the answer right. Okay.
Well, no.
And it's an easy one.
Who out there is former or active law enforcement?
Or retired or anything?
That'd be former there.
You're not on mute. Jeez. Leave it up to Rick.
This is only a test. Current male.
Near manufacturing scopes in Canada. Yes, I have. Yep. They are awesome. I have to check them out. All right. So here we go.
Wait. We got Sean Downey. No, not.
You know what? Because it does have the Marine Corps logo on it. Law enforcement or Marine.
Yeah, on the one
there
side.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. This is an easy one. I can't see. Zoom it out. Zoom it out.
Zoom it on
First
out.
answer correct.
Put your hand up there.
Who's this?
Jeez.
All right. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. First answer that's correct for that will win the collectible Glock coin with our Lee Army. I'm not getting anything.
Well, they are law enforcement.
Delta, Silencer Co. Who the hell knows? I know, but not eligible.
Put another pin
Zoom
out
it
there.
out. Zoom it out.
Put another
no,
pin.
they got to get this one. Or no, Sean Downey gets it. All right.
Wow,
so
Sean Downey.
So for my three winners,
he's Leo too. That's
yeah.
cool.
So for my three winners, email me at the xringchannel@gmail.com. Tell me what you want as a reminder.
Show me what you want.
And that's it. And just so you guys know, there's some. I could have really got.
There we go. That's pretty dang cool, actually. I know it's sideways, but I don't want it to fall out of the bag.
Oh, especially the backside, man. That's what
I'm
makes
working
it classic.
on it. Working on it. As long as it don't fall out and dent it all. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, so we could have gotten really, really crazy. For for you guys that deal with.
Were you even old enough? This is older than you, huh?
Some of them are. Some of them are very old. I got some very collectible ones. Oh, here's one right
I
here.
like the Buzz Lightyear one.
They're like, we don't want to see a pin collection. What are you, freaking knucklehead?
You never know what's going to happen.
You just never know. All right, so here's one. Some of you guys that are, hold on. Now you can go ahead.
You're not going to remember who got what.
I told him.
You should have wrote it.
Email me. No, it's fine. I can remember. 45 Auto gets the Burris, and then Talking Rock gets the Voodoo book there.
All right.
So yes.
Dun, dun. Former Marine too, Sean Denton. Oh, nice, Sean. Awesome, man. That works out well. He's a former Marine as well. So
cufflinks, Lancia.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to have this figured out right now.
Yeah, these are old.
Why or how do you have these, Mr. X-Ring? Are those are really neat. Drew, you just never know what's going to happen.
You just don't know.
You just don't know what you don't know. Oh, signed up for a class of some sort.
Yes, you did sign up for a class.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, actually is Willard out here tonight? Mr. Willard, are you out there? We got Mike 21 STI.
This one's pretty easy. You just have to read it.
That's let's see. Experience with the Griffin Armament Bushwhacker 46 suppressor.
Do not own any Griffin armaments, believe it or not.
Looking forward to driving down next week. That's right. Thomas is going to be around.
Yeah, we actually have Brandon coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, Brandon, you guys met
him.
May or may not have met him. We did a live chat in the basement here. What were we shooting? Oh, we were just shooting.
Yeah, he had just gotten his John Hancock, and we were talking about it. He's since then purchased a Voodoo. He hasn't put a trigger in it yet or anything, and he's actually going to be attending the 3-gun match this weekend. He's never done a 3-gun match in his life. He's going to be using all of our gear, but he's coming up for the weekend, hang out with us. We'll probably do some shooting and some fishing, and
oh man, 3-gun's gonna
that's gonna be a freaking
and we got a video cameraman this time.
That's right, we do.
We got Matt P's gonna do nothing but strictly videoing, so we should get some video footage of us just me blowing it every time I quad load. You can see a couple shells come flying out somewhere. Should be fun, should be good, and it'll be nice because we do have a couple big matches of 3-gun stuff coming up, so it's kind of time to get warmed up again on that.
Yeah, guys, in other news on the channel, one of you that are watching right now actually ordered my last Borka kit that I had, but I am the only dealer in the world other than the owner of the company.
Boris,
yeah, other than Boris. So I will start keeping them regularly on the site. We've already went through 10 of those like immediately, so we're completely sold out. I'll be getting another shipment next week, but if you're overseas, it's never been an option for you to get one because Boris won't ship overseas. I will. You'll just have to pay the shipping on it. So if you're watching from abroad or something like that, we just got to get a quote. And because I did ship some to the UK, I did ship one to France.
It's not going to be cheap either.
Yeah, the shipping just to France was $70.
The kits, there's some weight to it.
Yeah.
Good question by John G. Can anyone suggest a good chassis for the Bagara B14R? Depends on what, he said chassis, so not a stock. What do you think of the...
Shouldn't anything Lancia be rusted out? That's good, Tim. I like that. Oh, man. Do I have any man pins? I think he's talking about Surviving Man, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what man pin is.
I don't know.
Maybe it's something else. There's some really crazy ones in there.
You got any chassis suggestions for the B14? Since you have one?
Oh, Andrew got the answer as well. I've tried them in the XLRs. I've tried them in the MPA.
Not going to have Kreidemann do the camera work. Actually, Kreidemann does pretty good.
Okay, so I'm 100% going to agree with Tyler Orth. The MPA, if you can get the adjustable mag catch, that's the way to go for rimfire. I know XLR is working on something for that, and I don't really know what type of chassis with MPA. I've got a BA hybrid now.
Dang, look at Shaggy Rifleman on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're liking it. You have the.
I am liking
You have the
it.
comp.
I am liking it.
Right. The
Yeah,
VA comp, or do you have the hybrid?
I have the hybrid.
Hybrid. Okay.
That's the one I wanted, and it does have the adjustable mag catch. And I've been training up a little bit, as much as I can before we get this event coming up in 2 weeks. But had no issues with it whatsoever. Don't have to use any Velcro or anything like that. The Velcro solved the problem for me on the one chassis, but I don't have to worry about that if I get that mag catch adjusted right.
And it's very fine tuned.
Yeah, there's some detractors to it. It's very easy to strip that screw out. I know somebody that actually did that. And it doesn't take much either. It's a little tiny Allen, and
mine's so tight I can't get it undone.
Yeah, so we can take an easy out or something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell these guys, you got to be careful when you.
Yeah, I was going to try to retrofit one of those mag catches to the XLR, because there are some things I do like about the XLR over the MPA. For the most part, I do like the MPA though. But I like the adjustability of the XLR. It's just the looks and everything.
You're just used to that chassis too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it makes complete sense.
What barrel length is it, Mr. X?
For what question? The Bergara?
The Bergara is an 18.
Well, you have 2, right?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, 3.
You got the steel barrel one.
Yeah,
which is a 20-inch or 18.
No, it's 18.
18,
yeah,
and then
18.
You have the 16s carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber. Yeah.
I wouldn't go with that one if you're going to shoot PRS.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Cloud kicker. What color?
I'm surprised more chassis don't have an adjustable mag catch. I think that was actually a patented adjustment or a patented feature on that. I know there's companies that have been trying to work around on it. So I think you'll start seeing those come to market.
Remember the one we saw was on the sides? Like, that's not where you want the adjustment. It was getting rid of this rattle.
Yeah, I was getting the side slop out.
Like this, but that's not what was. It's this is what's screwing up the.
Yeah.
So I don't know what. Maybe people are having issues that way as well. I don't know. I'll keep you in mind.
Cloud kicker, I got the OD green. I have this thing for OD green on weapon systems. If you only knew, I like. I mean, that started way back in the day. I mean, OD green pistols, OD green rifles, ARs. This is crazy.
And all you need is a can of rattle can, and you can make anything in each
rattle can.
What?
No rattle can for me.
I had to do a karate chop first. Somebody said there's a karate chop, and you would have read it first. Did you get it from Chris?
I did not get it from Chris Cloud Kicker, but I got it from someone that Chris knew, and so we had to have it shipped back over here. But yeah, I like the OD green. I really do, Tyler.
It actually looks really nice too. And the match.
It already had everything.
Yeah.
It had the bag rider. It had the mag catch. It had everything that needed to be there.
I believe all the new ones, the new chassis, because each one that we've ordered lately, they have the
mag catch.
Yeah, because we ended up ordering like Kreiderman. Yeah. So it seems like it worked out. Could you mention the giveaway one more time for the people who came in late? That's a great thing, Shaggy Rockman. So if you guys aren't familiar, or you just showed up, you guys can see this board back here. And we are, tonight's chat is sponsored by Vortex, if you guys did not know, but they sent me these 2 items here and wanted me to come up with a couple foundations that you guys can possibly win. So the tickets are $10. The tickets aren't $10. For every $10 donation that you put into these 2 organizations, which is the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation or Fisher House, which is the military foundation as well, for every $10 you donate and then you email me the picture, I will put you in for a raffle for one of these 2 items. So thanks, Vortex, for doing that. And Tree Feller for helping get that worked out. And my email, if you're new, I'll just put it right here.
Yeah, no OD green bag. Oh man, you have a
you got that.
Hey, zoom in a little bit. Can't see that. What are you doing?
Hold on.
You can't even see what you're typing.
I know, barely. Isyour6covered at gmail.com. All right, so there's the email.
Oh, okay. So
What?
Cloud Kicker, go back up. My buddy sold his to a buddy of Chris.
Oh, that's the one.
That's it then, Cloud Kicker.
Yeah.
Half my wardrobe is OD green. Yeah, so is mine. My wife absolutely hates it.
Could you mention
What's up, guys? Ray, I have the Carbon B14. Thinking of investing in a steel barreled action. Is it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, hold on. If you're going to use it for rimfire competition, I would go with a steel barrel. Period. End of story.
If you're going to hunt,
If you're going to hunt,
carry it around all day.
You're good with the Carbon all day long.
Okay, MXJ23. Welcome to the show. Rick, is the Fury subject to the same damage issue as the SIG with regard to the tripod falling over? Not sure. I have not heard any. Have you heard anything? So when the SIGs first came out, there was issues, and we had heard about it.
No, guys, it's specifically if you're using the single post mount that goes in the center.
Yeah.
You have to remove the cap, and you're going to screw it in the end in between both of the objectives or the eyepiece. And everybody goes with that one because it's the cheapest. I think Vortex makes one, and somebody else makes one. It's like $13. Well, the problem is when you put that on there and your tripod falls over, it jacks up something in the adjuster so that they won't focus simultaneously. They get out of sequence.
On the SIGs, I don't know yet.
We don't know about the Furies.
I was going to ask you if you have heard anything. I have not heard anything yet, but like there was a big, when the SIGs came out, it was like the shizzle of the nizzle, right? And everybody was buying them. But the problem was people's tripods were falling over, and then all of a sudden when they went to focus, the eyes weren't doing it. So that was the way around.
Review on that one because I really haven't had a chance to play with it much. I've noticed some things, some differences between the SIGs and the Vortexes. It really depends on what you're looking for. I know some people called me about it and said, look, would that not be the way to go if I'm just getting into it? Because then I don't have to have a Kestrel. I would just forego buying a Kestrel.
You're going to want a Kestrel.
And I said, I don't think that's – could you? Yes, but you want the Kestrel. I think
there's no substitute. I did a video about it.
Wrote a song about it?
I did that too, but I never played it. The Kestrel is it's an item I definitely get. What's up, Milspec Grunt?
Yeah, Cloud Kicker. That was his name. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I ended up with it, and I'll be shooting it at the finale.
Thanks, Shaggy Reifman, for putting that out there. So, yeah, there's the firehouse.org. Go over to the donate, which is hopefully it's the same one. Basically, it's the National Firefighters Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Let's see.
What's up, Milspec Grunt?
Let's see. Yes, rest in peace, Dusty Hill.
ZZ Top dude just died.
Oh, that's why I saw him on there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I think we're caught up.
Yeah, seems like it.
The questions on scope mounts. Some of the questions would be.
Let's go over torque values.
Oh, that's huge.
This has nothing to do with Borka or any of that other stuff. You just need to know this.
Actually, right here. There should be one in this box.
Okay, so
of course
regardless of what type of scope system you're using, you're going to see some options. Some of them have 4 screws per ring. Some of them will have
6 per ring.
Yep, like that.
Well, it'd be that one because it looks like there's.
Some of them will only have 1 per or 2 per ring.
Yep.
Where it's got 1 on each side, which I do not prefer that at all.
6. I have a. I think it's on something.
So let's talk about rings.
That has the one.
No, that's a double on each side, but it's got a dovetail.
Yeah,
it's the Arrow Precision. So let's talk about torque values. Number 1, you should always go by your owner's manual. But a lot of that will contradict what manufacturers say. So you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, so who do you go with?
Yeah.
Do you go with the scope? Which you probably should.
I would go with the scope. I would always go with the scope. So Vortex, all the engineers on that say that ring torque, dry, not wet. Anytime you use Loctite or anything like that, remember decrease it by about 20%.
I say don't use Loctite.
18 inch-pounds. Vortex says 18 inch-pounds. Vortex 18.
On the scope rings, guys.
On the rings themselves.
Not
okay.
Not here.
Okay. You always want to equalize them. Okay. It's very, very important that you do that. So even if you don't have a torque wrench,
It's like
and you're
tightening
using
a
your
tire.
hand, what I typically do is, think about it as a tire, but I'll usually go center, equalized on both sides. Use a set of feeler gauges to make sure that your gap's the same. Guys, you see this right here? I can't tell you how many guys' scopes I've worked on.
They look like
where
that.
It looks just like that. Now, this is just hanging. That's why it's doing that. Don't be that guy, okay? Because you don't want to risk damaging your tube.
And don't be the guy where this one's all cranked up and that one's the way it looks.
So what I'll typically do is I'll go middle, equalized, and then I'll go like I ended here. So then I'll go here, then here, then here, then here. So if you're doing 18 inch-pounds, guys, you'll have to chase that about 5 times, okay? I know some of you guys, I can do it 3 times. Then you don't have a sensitive enough torque wrench. Because what's going to happen is you start tightening here. What's going to happen is these start pulling, and then these middle ones get loose again. So
it takes a while. If you do it
does take
right,
a while. Don't be in a hurry.
If you do it right, you're probably doing it like 5 times at least.
Yeah, 3 to 5 times on average is what I'm seeing. So remember, Vortex 18. Night Force, I typically run at 20 inch-pounds. Loophole likes a little higher. They'll recommend something even as high as 25. But like 22 to 25. So it depends on the manufacturer. So don't just read your owner's manual and say, okay, well, these say 25, I'll do 25. It really depends on your scope.
If you're not getting tired of doing it, you're not doing it right.
It's a good way to do it. Clamping screws on the side. Now, remember, you want to make sure you have a good solid base. So if you're using a bolt action that you've put a 20-minute or 30-minute angle of base on, you need to go based on the material. Is it aluminum? Is it a steel? And go by the manufacturer's recommendation on that. Make sure you do that first before you start attaching stuff to it. I can't tell how many times I've seen from the factory, those are loose or not even tightened at all. So make sure you check that. It should be done.
See, an Eagle Eye brings up a good point. With the spur, it comes with this little wedge. I can show you in a sec.
I hate that
but
wedge.
Don't utilize
use the wedge.
I use it to get it close, but then I got to go back and confirm it. He's talking about this piece here. So
you have a scope loose?
Do
you have a tube loose?
I don't know. There's so much.
Hey, how about the cleaning rod right there?
Cleaning rod?
Yeah, that.
Oh, you talking about the board rod?
So, guys, what we're getting ready to show you. You get that wedge.
Oh, how about you just use this one?
Here we go.
What do you want?
Yeah. So, guys, the spur comes with.
They're gonna think that's a gun.
No,
it's not a gun.
Comes
YouTube.
with this little wedge, right? And it's supposed to be an auto leveler. Okay. So basically, if I'm putting this scope in here, what you're going to do is put this in here, and it's wedged out.
You got to remember the bottom of the scope's flat.
It will keep it flat. But remember, not all scopes are created equal.
Like this one. That has a nugget on the end that would screw that up.
The problem with, and it's a good rudimentary way of getting something squared up, but not all reticles are going to be perfectly perpendicular or parallel to the turrets or the bottom of the scope. They can have error to them. So you need to be aware of that. Best way to do it is backlight that reticle, know everything's good.
I do keep one of these in my Borka.
But there's a bigger reason why I don't like this. You can damage your scope.
You can, because you can tighten it down with
if you don't realize that, hey, I've got torque on this, and you start screwing down on these cap screws, what it'll start doing is pushing straight down on this, and you're putting a lot of force on a little tiny edge on the center of your scope. I don't use these.
Yeah, this is good for when you're out in the wilderness and you need
a toothpick.
Need a toothpick or something.
I prefer the good old feeler gauges. Yep, I love the feeler gauges.
What in the hell?
Damn nuggets getting in.
Oh, this is yours. I was wondering. That's the raptor boogers.
Yeah, so Eagle Eye even said the same thing. Exactly. Yes, it gets you close, but don't tighten the caps much with it.
Yeah,
you can crush your scope.
It will definitely pinch it.
I get the breaker bar out on mine. 3/4 inch torque wrench. I work on tractor trailers. Yes, and Jerry Parker, good point. Remember, I'm saying inch pounds, not foot pounds. The problem is, guys, even if you're a mechanic, you're gonna have a hard time. And I don't care whether you use fix-it sticks or a fat wrench from Wheeler or a Borka kit. It doesn't matter. just make sure it's somewhat calibrated. You're not going to be able to find something in AutoZone that's inch pounds. It's going to go down to 10 inch pounds. It's really, really light. And even if you're one of these guys that has the Weehaw, you know, if you're big into Weehaw tools, typically they don't have the range to cover what these other toolkits will do.
See, and here's where you want to read from the scope. So basically, it's telling you to torque 45 pounds, and then the top one's for the rings, but you want to go off of what the manufacturer of the scope.
45 is on the sides of the spurs. That's a constant.
Just to kind of show you that maybe you want to check your scope stuff.
Now, F3R machine, I think he says pre-torque at 25 inch pounds, then go up to 50 or 60. It's a high. It's really high, but he's got very large screws in there too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Another thing you're going to run into,
cool
guys,
about this is he runs the same size here as here.
Yeah, I do like that. Having uniformity. Same thing with the spur. They're the same. Continuity between the screws. You're not having to go for a different tool.
Yeah.
One of the things I have noticed is, and maybe he's changed this, but it's not just him. I mean, even my JPs, if you get caught in the rain or you shoot a lot out in the desert, all of these are going to start rusting like crazy. You do want to keep them coated or wipe them down after a match.
Did you say rattle can them?
No, I did not say rattle can.
Just kidding.
Yeah, Jackson says 20, then 50 for F3R machine. There you go. I knew it was close to that.
Yeah, it was heavy. You're like 50?
No, it's 50.
No, I'm saying when you're doing it, you're like 50?
Yeah, Talking Rock says he bought an inch pounds torque wrench for firearms only. Yep. Best ultralight 30 millimeter AR mount.
30 millimeter.
I know you can get them from Aero Precision. I'm not I don't want to naysay them because Aero makes good stuff. There's one behind here, but it's mounted to
an evil
pewy thingy.
Evil
so I can't touch it.
Of death.
But basically, it has like a dovetail that locks in. Basically, you slide it on, and then it just clamps on the bottom. They are super light.
You know what? I'm going to take that off because it doesn't have enough elevation anyways. And then you can show it.
Okay. So, yeah, great question on that, Andrew Gun Guy. I'm not recommending them, but I would say if you're looking for something heavy duty, I am sure somebody like Geisley makes it. These are some of my favorite mounts right here. Love these things. They're not cheap, though.
No, of course.
What's cheap in this game?
Maybe I'm not taking it off because I don't.
And see, they actually serialize these. So you
my
have
Borkus
matching rings. Hold on. Is your stuff not freaking focus? Freaking focus. There you go. So right here, BF021B. Those match up, and then this should be A, I think.
Bingo.
Oh, yeah, there it is. BF02A. Speaking of internet, I've applied for Starlink, the Tesla internet service, so then I can do my own live chats once I get that in the garage.
When's that going to take place? Like 2025?
Maybe later, but
no, that's going to be.
It's supposed to be this year.
Really?
Yep. My address is actually slated for, because I am so rural. Rural. What sizing dies do you guys use? That's a good question. Go ahead, Rick.
For what?
What sizing dies do you use?
My brain's talking about reloading.
That's what he said. Reloading.
It depends
what
on
sizing dies.
Depends on what I'm making.
Which ones do you have here?
I got a 6.5
RCBS.
Oh, I thought he said what size.
What sizing dies? You see what I'm going
I can't hear.
On a daily basis.
Yeah, I got a little bit of everything.
I got you. All right.
I thought you were saying what size.
What sizing dies
do
you guys use?
Yeah, see, it didn't work. See, when you did it, it didn't convert over to English for me.
You know, I'm going to be nice and not say what it's going to say.
No, this is the front and back of the F3R machine mounts.
Yeah, Mike STI, I love the JPs. I have a lot of the JPs. I do like their mounts a lot.
Full length size, Doug B.
They have 5 torque screws on the side. I've never had one come loose. Only problem is the screws do rust very, very badly.
But bumping the shoulder. Rating body dies or type S. Let's see here. Front and back to a F3R machine mounts that are not MOA. Does anyone know if there's a front and back? They have the little marks on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it tells you which way you need to be.
Yeah, no marks on that one, but when you flip it around, you're going to see the dots. There you go. Right there. And you got to match those dots up.
Of course, this camera's all wacky jacky. But yeah, there's little dots, like Ray had said. Like this side only has 2 on each one, the top and the bottom. But over here on this one, so you can't screw it up, it has 2, but lined a different way.
Yeah, Talking Rock, I'm going to agree with you. That's pretty much all I have in my reloading room, which are Redding, Hornady, and the RCBS dies.
Yeah, the ones I'm looking at right now are RCBS that are on the die.
I can't zoom that in. Has anyone ever tried
Commando
an
97
Arkin scope?
Was that the one we tried?
Didn't I review one?
Or was that
Athlon?
It was either Athlon or Arkin.
I think it was
I
Arkin.
always get those confused.
Yeah.
Oh, Cloud Kicker's got Starlink as well. Wilson.
Shaggy Rifleman. What you do for best results is cross-threaded about a quarter ways through. Where's Matt when I need him? So Matt was working on. I'm going to tell him Matt. He's going to get mad. He was working on something on the Voodoo, and he's like, "Ray, this thing won't go in." I look at him like, "Dude, you cross-threaded that." So I ran home and retapped it, cut it.
That was a fact.
And fixed it. So yeah, it's always exciting around here.
Torque it till it breaks and back off half turn. That's right, Thomas.
I ordered Starlink also. I hope it's reliable. Yeah, me too, Cloud Kicker. It's got to be better than what I got right now. The squirrels are just getting tired.
Doesn't matter which way you mount the whole mount on the gun. Oh, are you saying like...
No, they make one that's not a cantilever. It's like the spur, and so you can't really tell.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So it'd basically be this spur right here, but the F3R.
Okay, so I think you're going to be a 0 MOA on the F3R. If you are a 20 MOA, once you mount it up, you'll be able to see the taper. Plain and simple. If you can see that taper and it's tapering down towards the muzzle, you're good to go. If it's tapering up towards the sky, it's wrong.
Here's something for you guys. Let's see if this one does it. Yeah, so there's actually a difference. When you say you buy your first spur mount and you're going to put it together, you're going to have the side, obviously, that you need to tighten. But then your options are this. This is where some people get a little funky. All right, so I have this option and this option.
Can they see the difference?
They will in a minute, hopefully. So here's your option. So up here would be the butt of the stock. You know, what the hell are you doing?
I got it.
You got everything highlighted. All right, so you're going to see there's a difference right here. Okay, so the 45 offsets on this side, which it doesn't matter if this is here and that's there, doesn't matter. But there is a difference when you go to add, where the heck's that piece at? If you go to add a little piece of the rail on top. You have one of these already built? Yeah. Then you can actually run, where's your Raptor mount at? Then you can run that up front. If you put this one here, this isn't going to do you any good here. So there is some things like, why does this one have holes but the other one doesn't? And they both fit either way. So kind of since we were talking about it. One's a 41 and one's a 40. I noticed I was like, what the heck is going on around here? What else?
I don't know. I can't read the comments.
Oh, yeah, because you got them all highlighted. Just kidding. All right. So if donating to Rick's giveaway, you need to email a screenshot to Rick at Isyour6covered. Yeah, if you guys want to get in the giveaway, I haven't been pushing it like I should, but I hate to keep talking about you guys. But you can win the Vortex Spark AR and the Vortex Crossfire. These are going to be the 2 giveaways. So for each $10, you'll get a ticket. Donate to one of these on the back here. Shaggy Rifleman's putting it out there as well. But basically, the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation or to Fisher House.
So Jackson, it won't matter if it's a 0 MOA. The only difference is going to be which side your clamp goes on. Does it go on the left side? Does it go on the right side of the action? Depends on where you want it. But if it's a true 0 MOA, you shouldn't have any issues running it rearwards or frontwards. As long as it's not a cantilever. You know, you don't want that. Which we've seen those mounted backwards at a range.
And price, someone had asked about price again. The Spur's about $450 depending on
About $410 on average.
Yeah, you can get it with quick. You can basically get it with QD or quick connect style. You can get it. Didn't you order one in FDE?
I did get one in FDE, and I also got it in a 10 MOA. So what's nice about Spur, and if you're going to order one, go to Mile High. Those guys have. I mean, I think they are the U.S. distributor.
And they have
I broke a side plate on a Spur. You guys might remember that if you follow the channel.
Twice.
Yeah, twice actually. I actually fractured this area right in here, and they honored it. And it wasn't just me. It happened to a few people. It was on the sniper side, as far as people commenting on that. And it wasn't this design. They've actually beefed this up. What I did to fix that on the older mounts that I had is we machined a solid piece of titanium and then radiused it. Looks really good. I don't have to worry about the cracks like that. But Mile High, they said, hey, just tell us what you need. We'll send it out to you. And they had me a side plate in no time. So what's nice is you can do 0 MOA, you can do 10 MOA, you can do 20 MOA, whether it's a cantilever or whether it's, a regular scope setup. So they are about $410 though. They're not cheap. Nothing in this game seems to be cheap.
Elster's out there. What's up, Todd Elster? So the F3R machine is about half the price of the Spur mount. Just so you know, if you're looking for something that's built well, beefy, it's not definitely. It's built like a. What would be a nice way to say it? I was gonna say built like a brick poop house, but this thing is amazing. I run them on a few different rifles. If you're looking for something that's a little less pricey than or half the cost of a Spur mount, but again, the Spur mount is an amazing scope mount as well.
Yeah, John, we are live.
I wish I was retired so I could go live every night. Actually, I haven't gone live in a while, Elster. It's been like an hour and a half. Now it's been a few days.
Yeah, Jackson, I think I have that same F3R that you're talking about. I have a 0. I don't think it matters which way you do it.
Well, they just started going, right? They just started going to the 20.
It says keep an eye on Sniper Side. You can get good deals on Spurs, 300-ish. There you go.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
Guys, and I don't buy these. I mean, usually I'll pull them off the prize table because I can always use a Spur.
I have to buy them.
And, it's $400. It'll be used. It's not something that I'm going to try to resell. I think I still have all of my Spur mounts. And holy crap, I have a drawer. We just sorted all that stuff out. It's where some of this other stuff came from. But, yeah, they're great, great mounts. I like them.
Yeah. Tactical assault wood. That's right.
Again, if you guys haven't checked out Elster's Rifles and Reloading, he's got some really cool products out and coming out. He's got the EP integrations.
Oh, that's going to be sweet. Can't wait to see that.
The annealing machine, but then he also has the loading block that locks your rounds into place. So, nice.
Yeah, I thought they had the 20 MOA now. Let's see. If you won any of Ray's giveaways tonight, email him at the xringchannel@gmail.com. That's right. Shaggy Rifleman, he's got it going on.
Yes, he does. He's one of the best moderators I've ever seen.
Yeah. He is. I'll give him 5 stars on his Yelp review.
We need to do something good for him.
Oh yeah,
because the way he's on the chat and he's always on top of it.
Yeah, but we have to put up with him like putting us on Instagram every 2 minutes.
So if you guys haven't heard or haven't watched it yet, Surviving Man is still up and running. They're on episode 4 this weekend. So you can go to episode 3, had a little bit of me in there. And actually, it was the opener, but yeah, it's available on Roku TV. Just look up American Stories TV. Just add that channel to your list. It's also on Amazon Fire and Apple and Google. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see. How'd you know I was watching? So John's out there watching.
What's John?
Okay.
Oh,
California.
gotcha.
WTF SoCal.
Oh, is he in a better mood now? Big meanie. Let's see. Yeah, Commando 97. I think Shaggy, it's going to be, I'm going to put it right here. It's basically, you can go to, I guess you can just put in www. Oh, hold on. I'm going to post this link right here. This is the actual link to. Sorry, I'm not a good multitasker. That's the actual link right there. It's called the NFFF, National Fallen Firefighters Foundation.
Jerry, he's been watching it. Oh, that's funny.
Gina Roberts. Oh.
Yeah, one of the contestants.
Oops, time to go home.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. One of the contestants was an instructor out at front site for many years. I think about 15 years or so.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
There you go. Let's see. Never mind. That's so bad. I kept reading Hero as House. That's all right. All good. You're still a good moderator, Mr. Shaggy. Mental illness was very real. I think I know what that's. Let's see. 29
stumps. 29 palms.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's my old neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot closer in your neck of the woods. A couple thousand miles.
All right, so that was pretty exciting.
How long have we been yapping for?
I don't know, a little while.
122. Cool. We only got 8 minutes of madness.
So 3-gun this weekend. We're gonna have fun. Try to get some video. The VOD PRS finale the following weekend. Rimfire finale.
The finale, yeah. That will help us. That should be good. It's worth 1.5 points. So we'll see who the winner is of.
That's all 1.5 points.
Times points. My brain's not working.
Oh wait, no, we have to do this. We have to do this.
What do we got to do?
I'm not going to mess this up.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
No, do it the right way.
No, I'm going to do it the right way. Hold on.
Why don't you put this down?
I got it, dude.
All right. I'll let Ray do his magic. You got to remember, he's a math genius.
I don't know about all that.
Like a real one, like Rain Man style. Let's see here. Fire.
Do you have it on there? I don't want to mess up any of that. I can remember the bottom one, but I don't want to do.
No, that's fine. Oh, you're talking about you want to actually do that thing. All right. I don't know if I can find it. It was a stupid thing on Facebook we saw.
Don't give it away.
Don't give it away. Let's see here.
Stick around.
Did you know? I don't know if this is real, people, but I'm really pissed right now. So when you watch this, you put the Pez in, right? With the package. This can't be real. And then you just push the button, the neck down. Has anybody ever loaded a Pez like that? Because I don't even think that's possible. Because I always say you had to take them all out. I'm burning time here waiting to find this damn thing. I don't think it's going to happen. Ray's going to have to, he's going to have to figure it out on his own.
I got this.
All right. You guys need to think before you answer this. Think before you answer this question, because 294 toothpicks. Man, K24 already got the answer right. How does he know how does he do that? Draw a dick, Ray. Let's see.
That would be perfect.
Didn't
That's
see.
what I should do. Hashtag little dick. All right, hold on.
Bisexual line or cap, dividing line of the rings being horizontal. What is the pros and cons? Dividing line of the rings being horizontal or 45 degrees. What is the pros and cons or no difference? Is he talking about?
Okay, so here we go, guys. I haven't decided yet, but this will be worth something. I don't know. All right, so here we go. Hold on. I need to zoom out. I can't see what's going on.
It's zoomed out, buddy.
Okay, so
And go.
A plus A equals 3, right? Let's think about that for a second. A plus A equals 3. Now we got B plus A equals 5. All right. Following so far?
You're already wrong.
No, don't worry about it. It still works. C plus B equals 8. All right. You guys following along? What is the answer here? A? You see at the bottom where I got the question mark?
The B and the C.
Yeah, let's just let's see who can get it. This will be a good giveaway. I don't know what, but let's see. Let's see. All right. 5 more seconds. 4, 3,
You got one answer.
2, 1. You have more time to answer. It's just my arms are getting tired of holding it. Oh, pursuit of accuracy. It is Josh. Like he needed to win anything else. So most people will say 9 on that.
He wins a Pursuit of Accuracy t-shirt.
Oh, that's right. We have a Liberty Precision t-shirt we could give him. Now, good job on that, Josh. The correct answer is 7. Bob Smith also got it with 7. Brian T, 7.
-1. See, Sean Downey.
Yeah, you always have to remember order of operations and PEMDAS. Even Joe M got it. So
Hey,
PEMDAS is the way to remember that. And if you don't know, basically each one of those stand for something. It's kind of like Roy G. Biv with the rainbow. You know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Oh, look at Big Country
print,
popping up the answer.
parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So, yeah, so because it was Josh. Oh, Big Country. What size do you wear? Is it a 2X or a 3X? Yeah, 7 because multiply first. I like it, Big Country. So let me think. What could I give Josh that he doesn't have? A brand new. I don't know. What's something?
Why don't you surprise him at the match?
You know what? I will surprise you at the match, and
then you don't have to mail it. That's in 2 weeks.
I got to think of something sharp. Oh. I think so. What could I possibly give away? All right, let's see here.
3. Big Country says 3.
Those clowns put 7 before you showed them the problem. Josh wears a 5X. Big Country, 3X. All right, cool deal.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
All right, Big Country, I'm going to get your order out tomorrow. What I'm going to do, no, actually, give me a day to get it out, a day extra. I'm going to throw you some Microtech swag in there.
Shooting skills I don't have.
We're good. We're good on that one.
I don't know, Josh. You do a dang good job, buddy.
Yeah, you do well. For sure. Come a long ways in a short amount of time. One of those spur mounts in your drawer. No, I think, I don't know if Josh carries knives. Maybe I should give him a knife or something.
Everybody can
use for something.
Yeah, I got an old rusted out razor blade.
All right.
The
John says it's rigged. He says it's rigged.
It's not rigged, John.
It is not rigged.
Big Country says thank you, X-Ray.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure. My pleasure. I couldn't do it without the support of all you guys, and it's been a fun ride for sure.
Well, we are at an hour and a half.
I know, and I was only going to be here 30 minutes tonight. You see how that went.
All right. Well, you guys.
Curzette said he was first with the right answer, and it didn't pop up. It's so rigged.
Oh, I know he's got fast internet, so that can't be the case. And he's an IT guy.
He says he was way first too. Oh, he wants another knife. That's all he.
Oh, You can't even have nice.
All right, Josh, I'll see you at the VOD at the match, and I'll try my best to remember. If I don't remember, then we'll make it. I'll get it right. Trust me. I always follow through.
Let's see here. That was fun. Drew says, thank you, X-Ring. Not sure how much you're going to get. Polishing the bolt, never tried. How much?
What? Not sure how much you're going to get. Polishing the bolt, never tried. Let me know how it ends up.
Thomas Rowland says, where's a 4XL?
4XL. Or an extra medium.
To the 11 shooters that have not hit the thumbs button, hit the thunkin' thumbs button. Smoking Cash. Every time I get on here, X-Ring says that.
What? Where did he say this?
I don't know. Maybe you're giving away a knife or something. Phil's out there. What's up, 7? Phil, you're a day late and $1 short on that one, my man. Oh, we're an extra meeting. Only 30 minutes.
Smoking Cat. Every time I get on here, X-Ring says that. What do I say?
I don't know. That I would assume it's the giving away a knife.
We do give away a lot of knives.
Let's see. You guys figure out when.
Okay. Yeah, this is a great question. Real quick. So, Sean Downey, did I miss Ray's long-range class dates? We haven't posted them yet. We are almost done in the final stages of getting dates set.
Correct.
Basically, it's going to be in South Carolina. What we thought about doing, because some people said because it's in South Carolina, doing a one-day like long-range class or precision rifle class wouldn't be worth coming all the way to South Carolina for one day.
Correct.
So maybe I do like a Saturday, Sunday, and this might or might not apply to some of you guys. Maybe we do a precision rimfire class one day and then a rifle the next, or we could do a carbine, something like that. It just depends. We got to see how that goes, but it's going to be a great facility. They've got lodging on site.
That's going to be the best part. Hood.
And then, sit around a campfire or whatever.
Yeah, have some fun. BS during the night.
And then shoot all weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah. All right, what else?
Bolt lift kit for a Savage bolt rifle.
Oh, yeah, it's only going to be here 30 minutes. That's what I always say. Because it's like, no, I need to go home early tonight.
Yeah, gotcha. You know what? You're completely right on that.
Yeah, I will definitely let everyone know, and I'll also make an announcement.
It's getting very close, though. Like you said, like we're way closer than we have been.
Well, because I have the website now with X-Ring Customs, I could put it up as an event, and people could pay for it that way. Price is going to be very, very economical. Not crazy high round counts.
The lodging will be good, guys. Beautiful facility. And there's nothing. What's the closest hotel from there?
It's about 35 minutes, which is going to be in Greenwood, South Carolina.
Yeah, so you will want to stay at that facility.
Yeah.
Because then you have the ability to,
We're talking about everything
have a couple
from
beers,
having food catered in, which they've done before, but we are looking at possibly doing that a couple times before the end of the year.
And you will have some stuff, like probably some bore cassettes available for those of you guys that have to tweak with your rifle and that kind of stuff.
Now we'll have everything available. Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be good. I'm going to cap it at about 10 students. Won't do any more than that. Last one we did, we had 12, and it was too much with 4 instructors. It was too much to manage. I need a class on rimfire and centerfire. There you go, Bob. So what we'll do is we'll get those dates set up, and look, I know everybody has a lot of different interests, but we could do everything from pistol. That would be an option. We could do, like defensive pistol. We could do carbine, like tactical carbine. I mean, I've taught that a lot. Everything from barricade work to long range, using your 16 or 10-inch AR.
We can do a poll. We can do a poll. The polls you can do?
Yep.
And they can pick the topic for the second day.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is, and this is where things kind of change a little bit. I don't know. Everybody's wanting to know positional stuff that's more PRS related and getting into position, but that was always a small portion of the class. I mean, you're supposed to build those platforms and all that, but everybody's going to have their own way of doing it. And there's certain things you'd want to do, but it's really more of the fundamentals leading up to that. We'll visit it.
Yeah.
And, you know, let you try different bags, different positions. But that's something that, you know, save a little bit of time at the end of the day, but that the class is not based on that. You got to hit the targets and be able to hit them prone first. You got to get your dope. You got to get all of that done first before you can start working on it. I mean, look at
there's no
Chris
point.
Way. Yeah, I mean, you could have a perfectly zeroed rifle and
miss every target.
Miss every single target. Positional stuff takes time. That takes a lot of practice.
Now, is the class going to be center fire or rim fire?
I can do one or both.
Maybe we ought to do that then the 2 days, because then they can bring the center fire and the rim fire.
That's what I'm saying. Is we
instead
run
of
on Saturday,
instead of
Sunday.
Running the pistol and the.
We could do that. We're just got to see
just
where
keep
the
it all
interest
rifle.
is. Where the interest is. You guys have met Sam before. Sam and I have been teaching classes. Actually, we started that back in 2014. We had our own range and all that, and the county shut us down. It was a great facility, great property, and we were running classes every single week. Great classes, but we got a cease and desist.
January might be a good time.
I'd like to do something before winter.
But winter in South Carolina is just nice.
That's true.
And
That's true.
you saw the calendar. We have a match like every freaking week.
Cloud Kicker, no idea on the dates yet. I've got to get up with their calendar. Yeah, Spy Sweeper, we are going to start doing it. We just started back up before all the COVID, and then COVID shut down. We were doing it at Old Fort. And while it's a great place to learn some of the basics, the furthest you have is 700 yards. For rimfire, of course, that's going to be plenty good enough. But to do a center fire course, it's really tough to do that with 700. Your bullet's not really even going transonic at that point. For most of the guys shooting 6.5 and everything else, even 308. And that's where I think you're going to see some differences. This new place will have, I think it's 1,200 meters. So it'll be pretty good. And Sam and I actually used to teach out there years ago. Craft challenge before and after, see improvements. That's a good idea, Eagle Eye. We'll see. It
would be kind of fun. All right. Well, that's kind of gives you a little bit of information on what's going on here.
A lot of stuff going on.
And then hopefully we, answered a few questions on the scope mounts. And that's your elevator. DW is like, what's that elevator noise? But anyways, you guys have a safe, wonderful night. And what do we got? What are we rolling at? This is what happens when you retire. Have a great Thursday tomorrow.
Oh, have you told everybody what we've been getting into?
Oh, no.
You got to tell. All right, so guys, for those that are sticking around, we've been getting into fishing, specifically fly fishing. So I'm sure there's some big fly fishing experts out here. We are basically hitting Western North Carolina, and the hardest part of it is you got to get up at 6 a.m. That's the hardest part for us.
That's the tough part.
You really don't want to fish for trout around here anytime past around 11 o'clock because the water's already starting to heat up a little bit. But, yeah, they have native browns and rainbows and everything else. So we're enjoying it. Actually spending too much money on gear and waders. And I don't know. I actually went to Walmart and picked up a set of waders for $39.
Those aren't waders, though.
I know those aren't waders. They're just like, we'll kind of keep you dry.
Those are leg dryers.
Those are leggings. Yeah. But no, it's been fun learning a lot about the sport. It's a little different here. You don't typically use like a 10-foot rod out here. Here, you're going to be like an 8.6 because of the cover. But we've learned a ton. So it's been good stuff. My wife's gotten into it. She's gotten a new rod and reel. And yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Takara.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
So I've done a little bit of fly fishing before, and this is basically Tenkara.
Yeah,
that's right. And it's basically a fly rod, but with no reel. So it's a whole different type of fly fishing, but kind of the same.
And it comes out of a little handle about this big.
Yeah, we'll show.
So he walks
I'll show
out.
that.
All he's got to do is walk in with this little stick, and he goes. Yeah. And he's like, "This is like an old Japanese style."
It is. Yeah, it's based on the Japanese fishing, and it's kind of cool. So I'm still learning how to do that.
Sam said he'd make you a cane pole.
No damn cane pole. But other than that, yeah, that's what we've been doing. That's why you've seen a little less of us lately. And we're trying to do some fishing.
Center fire to rim fire, then fly fishing. Maybe you can fish some guns out of the water from all the boating accidents.
Yeah.
God made bass, you don't have to fish trout. So, Tyler, I was huge into bass fishing.
Can't even have a scope on a fly.
Yeah, and the thing is I'm so familiar with bass fishing. I want to get into the fly fishing because it's
Thanks, Bob.
It's something that I haven't done a lot of.
It's fun. I like it because it's technical. Meaning, you need to know what they're eating. You need to know what time of season. There's a lot.
I think you have to be like 50 or older.
And you got What the worst part is them flies are this big and your eyes go to shit.
You ought to see it. Okay, so they make these things that clip onto the front of your
that I don't have that I'm going to get.
The front of your hat.
It's called a magnifying glass.
And it flips down some bifocals because you're trying to tie this little it's thinner than hair, okay, tippet line. And we're using a 5X out here, and it's like, oh, this is ridiculous.
It's so hard to see.
Yes, I am back on Facebook, Cloud Cooker.
You are?
Yeah, actually, it's back up.
Wow.
I'm not commenting on it much, but there was some things that happened with regards to sponsorships and things like that where, look, yeah, I do control it where it could be, hey, I'm just not going to have it. But it is one of those things that is your part of giving back is being able, they have to have some type of return.
Oh, yeah.
And so for them, that social media, it's visibility regardless of who it is. And for some companies, that's important. Even though I have no presence on it, I reactivated that account. I'm not getting on it. I'm staying off of it.
Yeah, but you can post a rifle thing. Thanks, Cobalt, blah, blah, blah.
Or whoever. It's not Cobalt that said that. But, yeah, just so we're clear on that.
I'm just saying you're Cobalt
like
shooter.
Josh, I wouldn't have known that Josh shot that match. But as far as my personal stuff, I'm going to leave that off Facebook. And
Yeah, of course. Well, and that's what's weird, too, is you got people that are from Isyour6covered, but they're trying to hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird because I'll look at somebody's face and I'm like, I don't know who that is because they'll use their YouTube channel name. Like, that's how we talk, right? And then all of a sudden, like, just say Fred Johnson is like, wants to be friends. Well, I'm like, I've never seen this guy before in my life. I don't know who this guy is.
Drew Bradley, it's not tranquil with us out there. We're the loudest ones, splashing, falling all over rocks, getting hung up in the trees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need a pole saw. And what else do I need?
Hey, we only get to do this once.
When's the fish fry? After you catch fish, first off. I went fishing twice in one day and didn't catch nothing. I'm trying to figure out how to use that rod, so. I laugh when people talk about how expensive shooting sports are.
Oh, Tyler, trust me, I know, man. Bass fishing, which I never thought I'd get back into it. It was back in the day of, we talked about this before, but the Ranger boats and all this other stuff. Silver Fox just picked up a boat. He got, and he lives really close. So he's invited us to go out a few times. He just picked up a bass tracker, and it's nice. It's a nice boat.
Jerry Parker, great question, buddy. So this is me fishing this last time. If you guys never seen what a hellbender looks like, I haven't even showed you these pictures.
No, but I've seen the hellbenders here.
Yeah, I was fishing. I got to unfocus here. I was fishing and I saw this thing moving. So basically I fly fish upstream and I'm basically like spot fishing, like looking for fish and then casting.
Pee downstream.
That's what what the hell?
That's a hellbender.
I know what the hellbender. So that's what a hellbender looks like. You can see his tail and his arm and his flat head. So that's a pretty amazing animal. The elusive. I was trying to make a video.
Elusive.
Well, it depends if you want to speak proper English or not. I hate hanging out with this English major, math major, pain in my ass major, hashtag still a Ray. Jeez.
Oh, man.
I learn a lot, though, hanging out with them. But obviously not enough because I still speak a broken English.
Yeah, I don't live in God's country across the border. Minnesota's an embarrassment of America.
Oh, and Big Country is asking when we're headed to Florida. I don't know. It's going to be sometime this winter. I know Chris Simmons wants to go out. It's either that November match. It's December match or January match, I think. Whenever the finale is, I'm going to either try to go out there that time or a month after.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like us driving to Nationals.
Yeah, exactly.
That long
But I want to
drive.
stay a couple extra days because I want to go like find some things.
Like, what are you going to find?
I want to find that snake and I want to find an iguana.
Oh, you want to shoot pythons with your rifle?
Yeah.
Anacondas.
Anacondas. Getting on you. Anaconda. You know what? That's
so I don't know anything about it. Maybe Big Country can chime in on this real quick. So I guess there's this big problem with these huge snakes in Florida, and they said you can hunt them. It's like open season all year long.
Yep. Look like crawdad. No, it was a hellbender. These things are big, guys. The head on that thing's yay big. I'm not talking about the iguana. I'm talking about the hellbender. I've ridden the road they used to call the hellbender.
Invasive species.
That's right, invasive species.
It looks like a crawdad. It looks like a water dog.
As a lion stalks to gazelle.
It's like a Japanese salamander.
It is. It's part of the salamander family, I believe.
Yeah, he spelled it with an I. Japanese spell. All right.
See, that's over my head right there. I couldn't pull it off salamander.
All right. So I think we got caught up on everything. Phil's got the funniest name out there.
Good thing my YouTube name is my real one. Wow. Have you figured out? I'm pretty sure you live in the state of 1,000 puddles.
It rains. Okay, so it has rained, with the exception of today. Ever since I got back from New Mexico, it has rained at my house every day. So that's been 2.5 weeks. I mean, we're talking heavy, heavy rains. Yeah. So I was sending all these photos to, I actually sent a video to Kenny, and he was like, no, y'all can keep that rain. I was like, no, I love it.
No, the rain ain't bad. I'll take the rain over that dry desert. All right. Like I said about 20 minutes ago.
Exactly. We're done.
We're done. You guys have a great night. Stay safe. See you on the next one. And
see ya.
If you get a chance, definitely get a, wherever the hell that board is. Definitely go over and donate some money to the Fisher House or the National Fallen Firefighters. And for every $10 you guys donate and show me the email, send me an email of the picture that you took. Basically copy and paste it over to my email. You guys are in for the win. Get a blue ticket, and we'll do a raffle here coming up shortly. John Kreideman, have a good night. And everybody else.
See ya.